All right, we are going to finish up the gap spot that Brad and I have been working on. You saw in the last little update, we've got our brassicas planted about 2-3 weeks ago. We just got some moisture yesterday. It's now into September. Actually, it's September 1st today. So we are going to get some rye in the ground. We're going to put a little bit additional fertilizer down for those brassicas, and we're going to start this adventure off. We've got everything planned out here. With a little bit of luck, we're going to hopefully get a stand set, get this food plot in the ground, and we're going to cut a trail in so we've got that nice little sneaky access up to the top. So join along. Here we go. Girl. Continue to get pumped about this spot. Even Justin said he kind of liked the way it looks, but Brad and I are standing in the brassica plot right now. I'm actively looking around to see what's coming up, and it's not bad. I mean, considering how extremely dry it was when Brad came up here. I mean, it almost went a week and a half with no rain, so it germinated and then it just kind of stalled out. But now we've gotten 2 rains since then. You can absolutely start to see the plants are coming up pretty good. And again, what we're doing here is we are not mixing our wheat and our rye with our brassicas. We're leaving the brassicas separate to grow by themselves. And then actually behind me, you might be able to see Cole broadcasting in some additional rye. I just got done drilling it in, but I just want to put one little layer on the top too. So this should be absolutely perfect. We've been starting to get a few bucks moving through here. What we're going to do next is figure out the best entrance to get up here, because that's going to be the tricky part. We're going to have the wind right. We've got this great wall where we're not going to be seen. There might be some deer bedded on this ridge when we come up, but that's just a chance we're going to take, because again, we're banking on these deer being bedded out in front of us, coming into this plot, or working this nice long line, which I know is going to be a good scrape line. We've got our mock scrape started over here on my left shoulder. We're going to freshen it up today. But otherwise, this spot is looking beautiful, other than the fact that it's missing a lone wolf, which is going to go right there. So join us on the next part of this adventure while we figure out how steep this ridge is and how we're going to get up here. What I want you to do, this plan is coming together beautifully. This ridge is not really thick, so once these trees start dropping these leaves, I'm going to be able to see down the ridge pretty good from the vantage point up above where the food plot is. But the goal here is, I'm down low. You can see the stealth cam over my left corner here, but a lot of those bucks have been coming in here. They've been hitting this hickory tree, walnut tree, and starting to scrape underneath these trees. You can look at it right here. You can see it right here. 1, 2, 3. So that they're starting to work this right here. And I've noticed, like in the last 30 seconds or 25 seconds of the video, because I have that camera on video mode, they're walking this way and then they're turning right up that hill. So that's directly in line with where our stand is. Now, I know they've been doing that in the morning. I think what they're doing though is they're going up and beyond this and bedding on the backside. They might also be, just bedding on this ridge line here. So I guess time will tell. I'm going to wait for the right timing to go hunt that stand. But for now, this is going to be my entry point. I can walk right along here nice and quiet. You can see I have got a mowed path. Then I'm basically going to take this trail right here and just take it right up. And then there's a fence inside of this gap here, or leading up to the gap. We're going to take that baby right up to the top, right to that stand. Again, we need a northwest wind, and it should be money. Now, if I start sneaking in here and I start busting too many deer here, then I might just have to go all the way around and not use this for cover for getting into the stand, but time will tell. Perfect. Okay, I just went ahead and started the trace mode on Hunt Stand. We kind of walked down, Brad and I, and we were all over the place. I thought this was going to be a lot more work cutting this out, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be bad at all, as a matter of fact. So we're going to go ahead and slide up here. But the reason why I erased the first track and I'm laying a new track is I want it to be as straight as possible, especially if I decide to hunt this in a morning set as well. So let's go. It's steep, but it's not bad. I mean, and I think there's enough cover where if I just take my time, run this fence line right up, it's not bad. What do you think?
Not too bad.
You might be sweating.
Not super thick.
No. But, you know, there's enough terrain where I think if I just stay low, I can get right up here. This is exactly what Justin and I were talking about. We're about halfway up this ridge right here. And sure enough, about 3/4 of the way up, I said halfway, but about 3/4 of the way up is the first main trail that's just running this ridge line. And I'll tell you what, as Brad and I are talking here, look at this here. This is an old rub right here, right on this trail. Looks like they were coming this way. And that trail just continues on. This is going to be a hot spot during the rut. Now the stand's about 45, 50 yards up there. This will be a hard shot for me. So I guess I'm not too concerned about it because these woods are open enough that I'm going to be able to see if they're skirting this edge and just kind of scenting anything up above. If that's the case, then I already see this nice straight tree right here. I mean, man, that could be a slammer quick saddle hunt. That tree is just absolutely perfect. I might even just set that up to be able to come in with the saddle. That way, again, still if I get that same west wind, same execution for getting up here, probably could just leave some lone wolf sticks right there, get up with the saddle, and I'll be able to shoot this trail right here just perfectly. If I want to hunt the food plot, I'll be in the next stand right above. But getting up here is not going to be a problem. Nothing in front of me would know that I'm here. Come right here. This is going to be the tree. We're going to be right up there.
I can't even see.
I like it. Won't have to touch anything out in front. Nothing out in front of us is going to know we're in here. Path to a booner. Done. That's the path. Right there. Food plot. Perfect. First stand on the new property. It's going to be good. Alright, I'll grab these babies here. I need these straps. Brad, those wasps are back, dude. Look. Oh. See him?
Yeah.
Dude, if you were to grab that right now.
I'm staying back, man.
Undo a strap. There, you got those ready?
I got one. 40% chance of rain.
When?
Friday.
Friday. I can shave that stuff off. I might be able to pull it off. First stand on the new property is in. A little bit of trimming to do, but we are good to go. Lone wolf set. Lifeline just needs to be tied into the bottom of the tree here, but money. One more come back in here. I just need a bow rope. I want to trim 2 more trees right down here. They're in the way, but this is going to be a good spot. Other than this extreme drought that we're having this year, this property is shaping up beautifully. I mean, we just got our first set hung. This is what I'm calling the gap stand. I mean, it's just this perfect pinch point that Brad and I have been working on in the last couple of segments that we've done. But brassicas are coming up. They're little, but I have no doubt in the next month that they're going to put on plenty of growth. Rye is all planted on this edge here and going down there, which is perfect. I mean, we've got pictures of big bucks on the place. We've got data being sent to us with the wireless cameras. The stream down below, with the fact that it is a drought this year, we've been getting deer just walking up and down that stream, which has been really pretty cool. I've been getting some nice videos of bucks coming down there and just walking right through the stream with this drought. So this is a money spot, but what makes this spot just key is all the woods to the west of me. This food plot and this big ridge that I'm going to be able to climb up. We looked at Hunt Stand, we marked a trail, we literally can beeline straight up this really steep ridge and nothing in front of us is going to know that we're in here. It is just the perfect execution for getting into a stand without spooking a bunch of deer. Nice CRP off to my right. I mean, this is going to be money right here.
Well, good morning everyone. It's a few weeks before the season here in Minnesota, and I am doing some last minute prep work today. I wanted to walk you through basically a foolproof entry and exit setup that I've kind of built out here in one of my spots in Minnesota. This setup is really quite good. There's a big bedding area off to my right and a lot of ag fields down to my left and below, and the deer basically are working from this top high bedding down into the foods, and then in the morning working their way back. And what we've worked to create here is using this fence, this high fence around this solar farm, as an access point. So I can park up high and I work my way down and around with the right wind blowing up and into the solar field. I work my way down along the edge of the fence, a nice easy access here all the way down, make no noise and basically leave no scent, and pop around. And if you can see behind me here in this big oak tree, I have a lone wolf that's set up ready to ambush basically all these trails coming up behind me. The stealth cam that I had down here all summer has got plenty of good morning movement and evening, but really good morning movement. And I wanted to basically have a spot where I could slip in, obviously well before dark, get in here quietly, and basically get the deer working back from the big ag into the small. Design this little food plot as basically a staging area, either on their way out or their way in. It's not huge. It's probably only about a quarter of an acre at most, and I just planted some rye and winter wheat in here, and it's come up nice. And it should be a great spot. So I'm going to leave this alone for a week or two. I'll be back here on opening day. Got my stealth cam set up behind me to watch this field to see what kind of activity we've got, and did a couple of last minute looks over my stand, and everything's looking good. So that's it for now. We'll see you in about a week, hopefully, from right up here. Bowhunt or die.
Side trails on this hill right here. Hit pause. Is it what it's called?
Of course, Todd goes running up there, leaving the camera guy behind.